Hey guys, good morning. It's Tony. So I did want to go a little bit into the pre-market on what is it called? On the SPY, like I do every single day in the market. As of right now, before I start the video, I did want to say if you guys can please give me a like on the top left side of your video. If you're on your phone, it's going to be right under the video on the left hand side. It's completely free. It takes almost no time at all to just click. It definitely helps my videos get pushed out to more people that like him, that like the videos just as much as you guys. So thank you guys so much for that. Thank you for the continued support, and let's get into the video. We actually did just break a minor trend here that started back on November 15th on the SPX. He actually came, the whole trend was pretty solid all the way down. And you're starting to break a little bit to the upside right now. As of right now, it does look like we are headed back to probably 398. And I can definitely see us. I wouldn't take any longs or shorts here yet. I would wait for us to actually hit that 398 level, right? And then I'd probably short all the way back down to maybe like 393 or so, if not all the way lower, right? So we can definitely see something like this. We come back here and then you go back up like that, right? If this is actually a full-on trend break, then we can expect that. If not, if you actually see this come back and break under here, you're probably going back under this trend and then breaking it to the low side. Today, I do expect us to move up higher just because we did break that trend. So I would definitely say my range right now, to be completely honest, would probably be somewhere in the range of 398 and 407. To be honest, it's a pretty big range break to the upside, which is kind of insane. And you're still obviously trading within range here, but it does look like you want to push a little bit harder towards the upside instead of dropping back down. The hour right now and the 30-minute are pretty weak. You actually had a 30 bear close right here, and immediately you broke super hard to the upside, which is kind of insane. The dollar, again, it does look like it wants to break to the low end. It does look like it's going to be breaking this trend back down and go lower, which is unfortunate because this actually cancels out that 374 target that I had for the SPX. This actually looks not good at all. The fact that it has such weak momentum to the upside, right? Especially with the stochastic being at highs, right? Last time you were at highs, we're back here at 113. Your next top high right here is right here at 107. Things do not look good, for the dollar right now. I do expect that. I mean, you did have like a nice break right here. You broke here, you broke trend, coming back down. So I do want to see if that's actually being retested. And it looks like it's actually being retested right now. The only bad part is that you actually have an 8-hour trigger. So this can definitely go in either direction. It's kind of funky right now. If I had to guess where this is actually going, let me see if I can get this a little bit like that. Probably more. There you go. Probably like that. So, I mean, technically, you're still on an uptrend with the dollar. You would have to spike from here immediately towards the upside. And you did have a break of trend, right, from back here on November 3rd. That you actually broke the dollar trend. And to be honest, it does look like, because you have that full break of trend, you did just retest today, and it does look like you're going to push back to the upside. So it's really kind of difficult to see exactly what's going on. I do want this to keep pushing towards the upside, but today, everything does look more bullish towards the SPY, right? So I don't want to say I'm expecting that everything to like drop lower. Let me see if I can, maybe that's. No, I like using the most furthest that way. So I'd say you still haven't broken under. You're still on trend. And you still have a gap to fill at 107.770, right? So I'm still pretty bullish on the dollar running up. And the SPY coming down a little bit harder. So, but the only thing is that you actually did end up breaking this. You did end up breaking this trend, right? That's the bad part. You did end up breaking this trend on the SPX, which is kind of insane because this is actually pretty bullish. This is pretty bullish momentum, right? And whenever you have a trend break like that, like a trend push to the upside, usually it means that it's done trading sideways and it's ready to move up. So the only real thing that I can actually see is for us to either come up here to like 398 and then retest somewhere down here, 393, right? For today, or I can see this break to the upside I can see this break, and we're probably headed to like 400, or I don't think 407 would hit today. But if this breaks to the upside, you're probably going to like a $400 SPY. I really, really, really want this to get rejected. I really want this to start pushing, to the lower end. And the bad part is that, to be completely honest, like, you have been trading. This is actually all bullish momentum, because you closed the bear day right here, November 17, right? Your close was at 3953, and right now you're trading at 396. So this is technically all bullish momentum right now. You've literally just been trading sideways on the daily trigger right now, which is kind of insane. And you're going to be closing the 16-hour, bull candle in the next 48 minutes. So I have to be biased towards the upside. I'm still bearish. I still think 374 has to close. It's a huge gap that has to close. But if I had to guess where we're going, I'd say range today is probably 398 to like 407. It's kind of insane that I'm looking at it that way. I hope I'm wrong. But just looking at TA, looking at direction, looking at where everything's pushing right now, and looking at this trend break, it does look pretty ugly for shorts, especially for shorts today. On the NASDAQ, and that's the thing though, on the NASDAQ, you actually have nothing but weak momentum here on the NASDAQ, which is kind of insane. The NASDAQ has just been really just trading sideways. It hasn't really been doing much. And as far as right now, the range on the NASDAQ, it's generally, you're generally on the lower end of range. So the NASDAQ could also, the NASDAQ could also break to the low end here. And if it does break this to the low end, you're just going all the way back down there. And for the SPX, you kind of have the same range, but I think for the SPX, you're actually trading on the higher range, which is kind of insane, right? Like, it's pretty crazy that the NASDAQ is actually trading on the lower end, and you actually have, the SPX or SPY trading on, more on the higher end. So it's kind of insane. This is my position right now. I'm negative like 30K, which is kind of nuts, because I've been shorting the crap out of all this. So if we do hit, 398, I probably, or not, I won't take the L here. If we do go a little bit higher, if we actually do hit like 399, I'll probably have to take the L. I'll probably take a big L today. But again, things do look bullish, to be completely honest. Like, it looks like we're going to keep pushing towards the upside. I don't want to keep pushing towards the upside. That's just the way that it looks, though. I can easily see a 398 SPY today for the SPX, and it does look like right now the DXY just keeps going lower and lower and lower. So I mean, unless we stay above, as long as we stay above this trend, I'm still pretty bearish in SPY. So all this needs to do is just come back down, retest, and then push up from here. So I am waiting for that 2-hour trigger to happen. It might close maybe like at 10 o'clock in the morning. That's what I'm going to be looking for. But for right now, right? I mean, for right now, it does look like you're going to be pushing up to 398, possibly 407. That's a little bit, that's a little bit optimistic on the upper side, but it does look like the range right now would probably be 398, and higher than that for the SPY. So that's kind of insane, because you're continuously seeing these pushes. You have to get rejected from here, come right back under trend. That would probably guarantee us a 390. I think even if we look at Apple, right now, Apple's not even really moving that much. And all this is actually just a bunch of bear momentum. You see how it actually closed the bull trigger here, right? You're actually just trading sideways. So big tech, obviously it's reminiscent of what the NASDAQ is showing, which is pretty insane. But, right now, Apple, it looks like it is going to be closing a 4-hour bull trigger, which actually happened back here. And it kept pushing from 150 to 152. So overall, things look bullish for today. I'd say you probably go back maybe to like a 150 Apple today. Microsoft, we could look at Microsoft really quick. Microsoft looks like it's probably going to the upper range here. We'll probably do, I don't want to use the big wick. Yeah, Microsoft probably looks like it's going back to like between 245 and 248 today. We'll go with Amazon. Let's see where Amazon's headed. Again, Amazon retested this top of gap, and it looks like it might actually come back to maybe like a $99. Google actually looks pretty solid. I actually think Google could hit 104 today. Like, Google actually hits it can actually do a pretty nice jump to the upside. So, you know, you're nice. You're in the top side of the range. You're right on, you know, previous market structure. So I think from here you can bounce and definitely go back to like $100, if not keep pushing to 104. I know there's a lot of news going around for Disney, so you know Disney does look like it's going back to like, you know, 101, possibly higher. And I actually do have shorts on Disney, so if I can get out of these at break even, I probably will, just because you know you know there's a really strong chance that Disney can probably keep pushing up from here, even though you know, even on that, like the hour, right? You're gonna close in 1 hour. You're gonna close a perfect entry. So you know I do think that right now, solid chance that you can go back to the higher end of this range here, which is, you know, which is like that, what, 102, 10, like 101.70. You know, really high chance you can probably come back up here, maybe to like 101, 101.70, and then probably dump again from there. But as of right now, the whole market looks pretty bullish to the upside. So I'd be looking for nothing but longs right now, to be honest. I'm probably gonna, yeah, there you go. See, nice little dump on the dollar right there. So I would be looking for longs today, as far as that open. The market does look like it's going to keep running up, especially with Thanksgiving this week. Generally, you have the market to be super bullish on big holidays. So you know, as of right now, I'd say market up, SPY probably to 398, and then you guys can rewind the video for the other targets that I had for today for all the other big tech and stuff. So I'll see you guys later. Bye bye.